Hello, good evening. It's a good song, that. Hope we're all well. Oh, nice, got to let it play to the end. Hiya, Jax. How are you doing, man? Thanks so much for coming in. You been doing well, fella? I'll be doing well once I... There we are. Cool. Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Ooh, oh, blimey, hello, Luke. That was quick. How did, sorry I wasn't really able to tune in properly, Luke. How did your World of Final Fantasy stream go? I think that's what you were streaming, wasn't it? Right, Sonic joke. What's a rabbit's favourite sweet? A lollipop. Excellent. Actually, I do like that for this one. They've at least used like the classic Sonic rabbit design. You know, the rabbits that sometimes come out of bad nicks. But yes. Never say these streams aren't educational. Hiya, Luke. Yeah, good, thank you again. I hope you enjoyed World of Final Fantasy, so I was able to tune in. That game does look adorable. I do like the art style for it. It seems to kind of have a funny, reverent sense of humour to it as well. You want to steal a pirate ship? Nice. Was that, I don't suppose that was, Final Fantasy V themed, perchance, was it? Because I'm trying to think of Final Fantasy games with pirates, and the only ones immediately coming to mind are there's the pirates you fight in the town in Final Fantasy 1, and then Ferris, one of the characters in Final Fantasy V, is a pirate herself. I know that game kind of references a lot of Final Fantasy across the board, doesn't it? Does seem very cool. It's on Switch now as well, though. I think that's on everything, isn't it? It's on all consoles and PC. But yeah, I hope we're well. I said this yesterday, and we still were like 4 hours, but at least the initial plan tonight is to go for a slightly shorter stream. We'll see how that plays out, but... God of Wine? You guys fond of wine? I like rosé and white wine, although I'm a bit lame. I usually need a spritzer. I'm not keen on red wine, which I think might be just self-imposed. I don't want the panic of possibly spilling red wine. But I don't seem to be that keen on the taste anyway. Oh yeah, Crick, you like any wine? Ooh, nice. One of these Yakuza streams will get to 2 AM. Like, it might not even be for Kiwami, it might be for another Yakuza game, but it'll probably involve slot car racing, actually, won't it? Almost certainly, yeah. Although, mind you, I feel like I want to, especially knowing the side stuff isn't meant to be as good in this one, I think I kind of want to prioritise the story stuff, really. Yakuza Fury. Is that the one that, yeah, that's the, like, budget one that's not related to this series at all, right? It's funny, it is just outright called Yakuza. I assume they can't trademark that or anything, right? But, I mean, it does get right to the point, I suppose. I mean, I suppose like something like Grand Theft Auto. Like I was thinking of a stupid joke about, well, what if they called Grand Theft Auto like Mafia, and I was like, oh, there is actually a game series called Mafia. But then it's like, well, Grand Theft Auto is a saying. They didn't come up with that. Oh, really, Luke? Oh, I need to. I'll try and catch a bit of your VOD if I can, man. Ooh, here we are, Pocket Circuit. My favourite. Which I never did finish in Zero, because it gets really difficult. So I assume that wasn't... That's an addition to this from... lifted from Zero then, isn't it? So I wonder, is she meant to be a sister of the guy who ran that in Zero? Bringing them back fond memories. Back when he wasn't incarcerated for like an eighth of his life. God, poor Kyo. I still can't get over that part of his story, though. Oh, you did you, Luke? Nice. Oh, that's cool. There's a good chance that'll be better quality than the PS4 streaming. Like, it might be worth trying out and using that in place, and obviously that's, I assume the really exciting thing about that is being able to use that on Switch. Yeah, so funny thing, Cricket, this is probably most interesting for, I actually did watch a bit of... I watched footage of the PS2 version of this last night, just to compare, and God, it is a PS2 as hell looking game. I kept thinking of the Grand Theft Autos from that period, that it's you can tell it's an impressive game for the hardware. Technically, it hasn't held up amazingly well. Probably because it's the art style's not that stylized, and when that's the case, 3D visuals do tend to age a bit more. But I could tell it was a good looking game for the system. It did remind me of some of the visual stylings of that time. I'm not a fan of though, like really overdone bloom or like dodgy looking primitive camera motion blur and some of that other stuff. The character models were pretty decent for oh jeez, Crooked. What life expectancy are you Okay, that's really strange. My the light on my controller is still on, so why is that acting like it's disconnected? I was having that issue the other day, but the controller was actually turning off. I was a bit worried about that. Might have to start using my Steam pad wires, maybe. Oh, nice, Luke, yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, just get up on, like, Streamlabs and, a lot of overlay stuff, yeah. I mean, you've obviously got a dab hand at art, haven't you, Luke? So you've got a better chance than someone like me. I'm no graphic designer or anything. But no, that's really cool, man. Good on you. I might recognise the brand. What capture card did you get? Oh, is that... Yeah, I think I hear there was a film. I mean, there's bound to have been a film called Grand Theft Auto, wasn't there? God, they can't have expected that to work, to sue them over that. I think it's just like the tantalising, but what if we're successful? Think about how much they'll get in royalties or whatever. But yeah, I don't think I need you to tell me what the outcome of that was. Oh, Elgato, nice. Oh wow, yeah, quite big, quite I think people generally go to Elgato as like one of the absolute top brands, don't they? So, good shout on your behalf. Oh, that's what Cricket has as well, nice. I'm tempted to buy another one. I'm not really that happy with my capture card, to be honest, but it's a bit difficult to justify.
Oh. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Hiya, Pasties. How you doing, fella? How's Dark Souls going? It probably is, Cricket. I just hate how off the colours blatantly are on it. And I think I've given up on... I just can't, no matter what I do with the... But I imagine it's probably serviceable enough for, you know, just a small time stream like this. I see that iconic shot. Imagine it, dude. I'm sure that's not the worst crime you've committed, but impersonating a police officer, you could get in pretty big trouble for that, fella. We had rumours about a guy rampaging through town with a... What is he doing? I have seen that shot of him before in the police uniform. There's another iconic shot from this I'm looking forward to. Oh dear. In what reality did Majima get into the police force? That'd be legal, Majima. It'd be an embarrassing hijink situation, but if you had such a video on him, that would be oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, you were saying, Parasies, weren't you, that the New Game Plus is much harder on Dark Souls? Well, I assume all of them, but you were saying one in that case. Oh, damn it, isn't that right? We were meant to, like, walk past here without... Oh, no, wait, I thought it was we were meant to walk past here with a weapon on us. God, what is he like? Oh, it's really tough on Dark Souls 2, is it, Luke? So for people who think Dark Souls 2 is too easy, there are at least ways to make it quote-unquote harder, I suppose, aren't there? Whether they're harder in the right ways, especially depending on which version of 2 you're talking about, I suppose is up for debate. Hey. Now I feel weird saying this because obviously, like anyone with a pulse, I bloody love Majima, but I do want to get into these fights with him. Ooh, I was hoping we could just... Ooh. Yeah, I underestimate how quick he is. Yeah, I need to be in. I was hoping to kind of bait him into... Oh! Oh dear. Why does the first fight of these streams always go so bad? Ooh. Oh, Jesus, man. God, he doesn't stop. Okay, but that's not, I assume after the first fight with him, you are actually meant to win them from that point onwards. Let's actually get the weapon out, shall we? Oh yeah, oh, I forgot you can weaponize fish in these games. Oh, we're obviously doing that. Wait, how do we get the weapon out again? Jeez. Oh, this is going remarkably well. Say that. And that. Oh, I keep, that strategy works with some enemies. We just run in their vicinity, so you set them off. Then they, and then, so they start attacking, and you just, like, run away from them. But the problem is Majima is ridiculously quick. So I try and run away, but I'm still very much in his vicinity. He at least doesn't seem to, once I get some hits in on him, he's at least not like the last boss where we... Oh god, dodge! Oh jeez. Please excuse my terrible skill set as of current. Don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, how do you equip weapons? Isn't it through this mode I want to say, but... I know I've done that before. Yeah, I think it's through one of the modes. Oh, I hope Rocket League goes well, Cricken. If I actually am able to finish this a bit earlier, well, not finish the game, I mean finish the stream a bit earlier as I at least intend to, we'll see if I can resist. Just play this until 1 AM again. Yeah, like if I finish early, I'll see if I can join you on that. Ow. You do, oh, I forgot you went into New Game Plus on Dark Souls 2 past those. Ooh. Oh, there we are. Look at that. That's why the people are so keen to spectate this fight, because look at this. Come on, fishy. Deflect me from his horrible, horrible deadly blows. I choose to read that as a Sega Bass Fishing cameo as well. Ow. Could be an Animal Crossing one as well. I mean, it looks about the same when you catch a big fish in Animal Crossing, like in terms of fish size to body proportions. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to lovely. Just add stupid enemies for the entire field, loads of red phantoms. Oh jeez. I mean, there is. I like Dark Souls 2. I mean, I've only played the Skull of the first Sin edition, and it's a bit trickier to play the vanilla version these days, isn't it? But yeah, there is like a bit of debate over how successfully it achieves a natural kind of organic challenge in design versus just being quite annoying. I know one thing 2 is infamous, Dark Souls 2 is infamous for, is the how much enemies can just kind of lock onto you and their animations almost kind of snap to fit where you are when they're trying to attack you. To an extent that's like, that's a bit cheeky. Oh, nice, Luke, got it be the return investment. Good man. I reckon that's a good use of that. For the capture card, yeah. Nice. Yeah, it's funny with these two, like in Yakuza 0, I really honestly kept expecting them to meet at some point. And I was actually quite surprised when, sort of Yakuza 0 spoilers, but not really ish. But they only really meet like in the post-credits scene, more or less. I mean, they do hear about each other, don't they?
Huh?
I do like it, it's sort of an amicable rivalry. Although, Kiryu is really just can't be fucked with it. I don't really blame him. Like, I love Majima, but he would be a difficult person to know in this kind of context, I think. So wait, we're not meant to carry a weapon with us, or did we get... Because we got a dagger one now, and that's because we had, like, the knife on us. Yeah, it's quite funny you could just, like, use a gun in the fights as well. Although it's nowhere near as powerful as it could be. Hey, good man, Luke. You'll shoot that up over time. We'll get you to 50. There's sort of enough people across like these various little communities that kind of overlap in our general kind of circle. Give it enough raids and whatnot. Yeah, this actually, after playing Zero, which was so firmly rooted in the 80s, it's quite wild seeing a quote-unquote modern building like that. Much less sort of acknowledgement of the turn-in of the 21st century. But yeah, it was funny like seeing footage of PS2 Yakuza, and again, it was just so PS2 as hell. It's like it was all from like set camera angles, so it wasn't like the free camera we've got here. It was sorry, I'm can't get the words out. Yeah, just the look of it reminded me of the GTAs at that time so much. It was cool to see though. This is a pretty faithful remake, from what I can gather. Like a lot of lines are taken reasonably verbatim from the original version of this. No, I did notice they did expand certain things quite a lot. I think generally for the better, like just to give certain I feel like the emotion lands a bit more in this one compared to the original. And the dub is pretty good for original Yakuza. I mean, obviously, Mark Hamill's great in it. Although it's a bit wooden at times. I think it's just always going to sound odd in English, like people vocalising like Chan and other affixes like that. I always find that a little weird in Persona, although I can understand why they sometimes keep those when sometimes it's hard to find a direct English parallel for that. Like, I know notoriously senpai is like the one word that is just very hard to find an English analogue for that, and everyone pretty much knows what you mean by senpai these days anyway. I think it's because of memes really, isn't it? Like FF7 remake. Nice. Yeah, well, FF7 Remake is definitely more of a drastic overhaul than this is. Although this is still a pretty big. It's not completely one-to-one as for the original. So this one, the large majority of it is set in 2005. Luke, I think the games are generally contemporary with when they're released. And this being Yakuza 1, which was originally PS2, I think that came out in like 2005, maybe 2006. I'm just kind of guessing, but I assume from that point on they're probably generally set in the year they released, more or less. I might be wrong on that though. You've played one or two Yakuzas, I want to say, right, Luke? Oh, have you finished FF7? Oh, is that why you're streaming other Final Fantasy stuff? Wait a minute, did you say this in that Facebook post you did that I liked and I've already gotten details confused because oh god. Ooh, my neck. Not gonna get set up for murder again, or well, like it's not gonna look like we've murdered it for witnesses, is it? Oh, jeez.
私が来たらみんなもう
何しにここに
お母さん探して私いろんなとこで聞いて
お前名前はとにかくここを出るぞ
I am How old is she? Like 6, 7? And she's to hold a gun, be in the vicinity of corpses?
誰かに教えた方がいいんじゃない
あれだけのことがあったんだとっくに誰かが
I mean, how is she even able to walk right now?
公衆電話が減ったような気がするな昔はそこら中にあったはずだが
だってみんな携帯持ってるじゃない充電切れちゃった時くらいしか使わないよ
ああそうなのか
You're a fella out of your time, aren't you?
ひょっとして携帯持ってないの
バカ言うな持ってるに決まっているだろう
だよね安心した
And if it is like she's not the one who caused that, though. It's not going to be one of those nightmare child things. Oh, nice. Yeah, she seemed quite keen on them as well. What was the was it Phoenix Wright we were talking about? Oh Jesus! Kiryu, fuck him up, please. Oh, Kiryu, could you, like, curb stop them all to
やめてよ
every circle of hell? Yeah, sort him out. Oh. Hey! I've never seen more earned justice in any piece of media.
俺は今日大変な一日でな。すこぶる機嫌が悪いんだ。運が悪かったんだよ。お前らは。そう。
I mean, that's a great way to just immediately make a character antagonistic and horrible, isn't it? Just have them being violent to a defenseless animal. A cute little Shiba. They're doing that to it. Oh, can we not pick the bike up? Oh, come on, I'm sure we weaponized motorcycles in the last game. Armor. Well, you see how, like, permanently, that permanent frown on Kiryu's face, that is me right now. I mean, while laughing jovially, sure. Currently, but yeah, me not happy with that. I mean, I get very sort of like, if they're ever... That happened a lot in Zero, where you came across these people in the gangs in the street antagonising just someone defenseless, and I mean, there's not basically just like a way to get some experience, so you don't like desperately need them after a while, but I can't sit well with injustice, you know. I just couldn't. Yeah, it's boost our health. I'm always tempted just to go, like, just to become an absolute tank in this kind of thing and just always go for the health upgrades. No, I shouldn't do it at the expense of, completely at the expense of getting some cool, ooh, I know I should have kept blocking that. Okay, I think I saw we can pick up this bike. I thought we could. Oh, maybe we need more, need to build up more meter for that, maybe. Oh, let's go with the sea ransom on it at least. Ow. Still can't pick it up. Yeah, because it's not Hager. Oh god, there is that PS2 Final Fight game that's not very good, is there? Like the one they made that kind of had demands from higher up at Capcom to be like grittier, like to a fault. Final Fight deserves better than that. Your sister loves Final Fantasy, Felix Wright, Ace Attorney. Oh, nice. I'll have to get on there. Quite a few of us are streaming Final Fantasy. Obviously, quite a few people are because of the remake of 7. I do need to stop just dilly-dallying about and just play through 6 finally. I've left it way too long. I mean, Snatcher was another bucket list game. I finally got that done. So was Mother 3 last year and a couple of other games I've streamed on, yeah.
そろそろ行くぞ。
でもこの子お腹空かせてるみたいなの。
Aww.
こんなに痩せちゃってるし。
お前、母親はどこにいるんだ？
え？
探してるんだろう。
わからない。今日ずっと探してたんだけど。
家は？お前、家がないのか？
孤児院。黙って出てきた。
You're gonna be a surrogate daddy, Kiryu.
孤児院にいたのか。
You'll be good at it,
お
I
前じゃ
reckon.
ない。私ははるか。お前じゃない。おじさんは？
ああ、桐生。桐生一馬だ。
ねえ、お願い。 この子に何か食べさせてあげて。このままじゃ死んじゃうかも。
What is, sorry, was that Yike's
そうかも
fault?
しれないけど今助けてやっても
Oh no, did I say something wrong?
仕方ねえこ
I
れ
hope I didn't.
でも
Sorry if
ほ
I
っとけ
did.
ないよ。おじさん。
Doggo. Oh, right. Yeah, I would like to stream Final Fantasy X as well. 6 to probably the PSP version of 2. So I did actually buy that when it was like $2.50 on PSN. Maybe 8, although I might just finish off the save I started on that on the PSN version in my free time. 10 and 12. Those are like all the ones I haven't finished. Oh, well, I haven't finished 13 or 15 as well. Apparently, like, I was put off 13 a bit, partly because it's such a divisive game, and I suspect that I might fall on the less positive side of it. I'd probably find stuff I like about it, but also the PC port of 13 is notoriously awful.
おじさん。何か食べ
But
物
very recently for FF13, they came out with a mod came out just called FF13 Fix, and apparently that solves so much of like the horrible issues of it. Oh dear. I was like, well, is this nearby store going to help us get food for the dog? And I don't think that one is so much. I'm Captain Bosch. I did get to that bit of FF12. I did play some of the Zodiac Age remaster version. I generally quite liked it, although I will say I'd find that game really hard to play at its original speed. I was so glad they added the speed up option into that remaster. Well, no, I would call that a remaster. What could Doggo eat then? Guessing just kind of yeah, I might not, but I'll still try and peer into the side stuff here and there, but I think on this one I kind of just want to go straight for the main story stuff. No, I'd say it's worse than Nier Automata, Nier Automata's PC port, honestly, and I realise what I'm saying with that. I mean, Automata's PC port can be largely functional, if not completely ideal, once it's going, and it's still like the best version of the game if you got the specs for it. I think that was maybe debatable of FF13, just because of how bad the issues were with it. So I think especially after they did make FF13 like the various games attached to it all backwards compatible on Xbox One. And I think especially on One X they get a big frame like resolution boost. That might be the best way to go for it. Until that recent FF13 fix. Yeah, to be honest, the story stuff in 13 I'm like the characters might not be my bag based on what I see. I like what's his name? The guy with a chocobo in his hair. He seemed fun. Like in that cinematic where he's like dangling off the edge of the flying thing while everyone's laughing, and it's just like, could someone help this man not fall to his death, please? Poor lad. Yeah, let's get some food for Doggo, shall we? Yeah, I remember playing the demo of FF13 too, and I actually thought the combat seemed kind of, I quite like the idea of just like setting I'm trying to think of the right term. Gambits came to mind, but I think that's what it's called in FF12. But like setting certain systems in place for the characters and then just sort of swapping them out with other ones. I didn't necessarily mind that idea. Saz, that's it, yeah. I think he's generally the favourite character of 13, isn't he? You just buy contact lenses from a computer. I mean, maybe that is a thing, I don't know. That just seems surprising to me that... would that be a good idea? You probably don't want to put low quality contact lens directly on your eyeballs, do you? I liked what I played of Revenant Winds. That was the strategy spin-off of 12 on DS, wasn't it? A pretty looking little game. I like that it had like Final Fantasy Tactics style sprite work in it. Not completely immediately sure where to go for the oh, we have got the karaoke, nice. Got like Mahjong. I think a lot of those are lifted from Zero, more or less, aren't they? Yeah, I'm not really sure immediately where to go for dog food. But this should be probably more obvious. Can we like get takeout from one of the meat places? That... Yeah, Square supported the DS quite nicely, didn't they? This, yeah, I saw. Sorry, you said it a while ago, Luke. But yeah, your earlier comment about this fair grid system. It does seem quite cool and novel in the way. But it would terrify me a bit, honestly. Ah, cool. There we are. Yeah, like it does seem like you've really got to commit to what choices you make on that, haven't you? Oh, I've been dumb as a bag of rocks here. How do I feed the dog? Where was the dog in the first place? Where was the girl and the dog in the first place? I can't remember where they are. Oh, Popo. This is a really stupid thing on my behalf to be stuck on. Ah, nice. I think I was just in one of those, wasn't I? I'll go to the, I don't think I was in that one completely south. Like, the one I went into didn't seem to really have dog, like something that would... It just kind of had the health drinks. Oh, in the alley, cool. Oh, that's right, we were there because I looked up on the map and it was like, oh, that's probably not going to help us. Oh no, it was the drugstore I went to, was it? Okay, yeah. You can see why I get stuck on point and click games, right? Oh dear. Oh nice, I'm glad we did upgrade our running endurance on the last stream. What have we got? Ooh, did it outright just... Oh, there we go, just outright dog food. Yeah, definitely that. Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll, I think Yakuza Kiwami here, Shenmue 2 and Final Fantasy 6, those were like the big multiple tens of hours games I was considering streaming next, and obviously we've landed on Yakuza first. I might play like another short game in between after this one, and then maybe I'll finally do FF6. I've gotten 12 hours into FF6, and I actually did stream some of it, but without commentary. Probably the last time I'll ever do that. I must be indulgent and stick my stupid voice in there. Someone forlorn there. I missed the bikini bars. It's a hard lot in life, fella. Right, where was, oh, it's the left here, isn't it? Yeah. I'm surprised they don't mark that on the map. It's quite... Like, the only reason I remembered exactly where it was, because it was close to the handheld DVD still. Oh, gosh. Hey, Luke. There we go, fella. I assume that, actually, is it... Which Final Fantasy 13 game is it that has the infamous low polygon count dog? I'm just imagining that dog in the PS2 version probably looks like that.
腹が減ってたんじゃないのか。
ふーん。
もしかしたら喉も渇いてるのかもな。
Oh, poor
そ
fellow.
れで飯が進まないのかもしれない。
どうしよう。
Let's buy some water from the it's from there again, I suppose, isn't it? Primordia. The name does ring a bell actually. Ooh, I like the artwork of that. I'm just loading that up. I've just loaded that up on my phone. Let's just look that up on my phone. I think I'll yeah, I'll wishlist that. Thank you for the recommendation. I've got like a list of, as I say, I'm kind of old to that. Just sort of every other game at the moment I'm doing is sort of point and clicky one way or another. So you look like a man with dog troubles. Is that an obvious look you can determine from someone? Love! And food from the store around the corner. Oh, there we are. So there is a bit of RPG style dialogue from NPCs can give you hints then on this. I guess that's why they don't always spell the objective out to you then. So do you have water as well? Will the dog mind vitamin water? I don't, I'm one of those boring people, I just want water to be water, frankly. But maybe doggo won't mind. Here we go. Nice, yeah, I love that, I've said this before on stream, but I do love that it's just kind of, it doesn't really matter what genre you're into, like, you can find games being made still in that style. Like, that was not always the case for point-and-click games. I think especially, like, going into the early 2000s. And I think it was kind of eventually sort of accepted, well, you're probably not going to get a point-and-click game sell multi-millions of copies, but, you know, they can find their niche in the market. And if you want, you know, a game to go for a very comedic style, they're very good for that. Yeah, I really like the art style of this. I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. It looks steampunk as hell. I think there's kind of a few influences going on there, isn't there? It almost looks like a steampunk Oddworld, if that makes sense. Like, it's reminded me of the factory location in the first Oddworld. Quite a few people, like 7 friends on my friend list own it. Oh, I see you've played 9.2 hours of it, Luke, and you recommend it as well. A beautifully illustrated post-apocalyptic adventure with robots, conspiracy, and brilliant social commentary. It's not super long, the puzzles are tough, but it's a great adventure. If you've got some cash and time to kill with a penchant for puzzles, you can't go wrong with this game. Easily one of the more interesting point-and-clicks I've played recently. Sorry Luke, I swear I'm not trying to embarrass you. That's a really nice little write-up. Very well put. That's, Luke in chat there. Reviewing the, was it Primordial? Game from 2000, oh, you reviewed that back in 2016. Yeah, there's some concern about. I don't know why my controller's just disconnected every once in a while. It seems to be fine once I reconnect it, but I feel like it's going to do that mid-battle or something. Oh. Oh, I don't think it's counting the vitamin water. Yeah, I would have thought that'd be acceptable enough. I don't think the drugstore carried any. Oh, nice. I think as a kid I wanted to. I think it was like horrifying to hear what game reviewers aren't paid that well. Monstrous. I still had many hard lessons to learn by that point. You just have water. Well, when I went to, I'll check again. When I went to the little girl and the dog, it just kind of said, I guess I need to get some water for him. So I don't think it's counting the vitamin water. Oh no. That's why the best Sonic game is Sonic the Fighters, because Bark the polar bear is dog-esque, I guess. Actually, I do legitimately like Sonic the Fighters. I think it's hilarious. Maybe just that? I don't know how I missed that, but there is like just more standard mineral water. I think the taste of lemon in that. I mean, it seems whiskey would be a step too far for poor doggo. There we go. I don't know. There's been good. There's been reviewers I like who worked for IGN. Like, I listen to podcasts by people who wrote for One Up and stuff. And I think IGN as a company seem kind of shitty based on certain things I've heard about them. They've had people I've liked work there though, and you definitely do get like rubbish video game reviews here and there, but I do always feel bad for game critics just with the how wretched people end up being in the comment section, especially if they're a woman. Like, you get some really shitty stuff with that. There we are. We used it like one of the like priceless, well not priceless, but like what they just like use a silver metal plate that we should be selling. Oh, there we are.
やっぱりお腹減ってたんだ、この子。
さっき孤児院にいるって言ってたな。
うん。
本当に母親はこの町にいるのか。
多分手紙にはそう書いてあったから。でもまだお母さんに一度も会ったことない。
どうするんだこれから。他にこの辺に頼れる人は。
私にはお母さんとゆみお姉ちゃんだけ。
Aunt Yumi.
お母さんのお姉ちゃん。いつも手紙持ってきてくれた。
Come in full circle.
おい、どうした？
疲れた。
I think reviews are actually a bit harsher in the sense of I feel like games are less likely to get like a high 90s Metacritic these days, or even an over 90 one. As you say, like 88 is a very good one, but it's I mean, I think even like I'm always curious about. I've always just got that base curiosity about Metacritic, but it's obviously not. That's not the authoritative be-all evaluation of a game. Like, how could anything be realistically? And this is kind of an interesting accumulation of all that. It's certainly not what publishers should be determining their employee Christmas bonuses on. Thank you, Bethesda. I mean, apparently Bethesda from 10 years ago, but still. I hope they stop that. Yeah, I mean, just don't, like, I think the nature of critique, I think it's an interesting thing to delve into and discover and see how it goes. Like, just don't lose sleep over it, you know? Sometimes it doesn't have to be too, like, if you like a thing, you like a thing, you know? It doesn't mean others don't have the right to kind of critique it, obviously, and all that, but it doesn't have to be justified, though. Like, especially if it's like a, you know, if there's not really anything kind of gross or problematic about it, like, you know. Or even if there is, like, some difficult stuff with it, you can criticise that stuff while still liking other aspects of it. Obviously very context dependent though. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, look what shenanigans I'm up to. Oh, Jeff, we were just feeding the dog. And then just gave the dog water out of an expensive plate that's like a nugget in Pokemon. That we're only really meant to just sell that plate, but we treated the Shiba dog like royalty. I was so happy. This is great as well, kicking a fella while he's down. Doing all the good deeds. Yeah, I think every big publisher has has some bad marks on them. Like Warner Brothers are pretty rubbish in a few ways. Even though they have published stuff I really like. I mean, they've all published stuff I really like. It's just Bethesda have definitely got some stuff to criticise there. Yeah. I mean, I think as well, like, reviews are very much of the time when they were written as well, like, the way we evaluate things change. Like, I've heard critics who work in the review space argue that as well, so it's not like an anti-review stance, it is just sort of, I suppose in that way there could be an interesting time capsule of attitudes at the time, or, like, that is what was kind of interesting with Animal Crossing reviews and how much, the COVID-19 situation might have fed into that, but in a way, how could it not really? And I suppose this can be subjective, but the kind of reviews I tend to like tend to be the ones that do have a bit of a personal touch to them. Like, they don't just feel like a mechanical, like, I don't know, analysis of an engine or something. It's they have kind of more of a reviewer personal touch to them. You definitely saw a bit of that with the Animal Crossing reviews, in quite sweet ways usually. Yeah, it's a shame because good stuff has happened under Bethesda. Like, I love that id have really done well with like Doom and Wolfenstein underneath them. But yeah, it does just often come down to rampant, unregulated capitalism, doesn't it, with a lot of the publishers, some of their not terribly great practices, even for the consumer, or sometimes for their employees as well. Thank you, Anna. I was baiting that, basically, wasn't I? You will forgive me if I get too soapboxy on some of these streams. Just a lot of topics that I think are kind of interesting to delve into.
伊達さんっていう刑事さんから電話で聞いたわ。熱があるみたいね。奥の部屋に行っててくれる？今薬持ってくるから。
Jeff. Damn straight to have. Well, we were talking about Nintendogs the other day, and you might not have had Greyhounds in Nintendogs. You definitely had those Shiba ones, I'm pretty sure.
さてと、薬も飲ませたし、あとは寝ていれば大丈夫よ。きっと一時的なショックと疲労が原因ね。
様子を見よう。
Raider's often MVP in both Zero and this, it looks like.
ショックだったのね。そんな怖い思いして。
Oh, cheers, Nick. Nice to have, thank you.
作ってやってくれないか。
おじさん。
あら。
ここは？
私のお店。よろしくね、はるかちゃん。
俺の友達でレーナだ。
ねえ、あの子犬は？
え？
Oh, we left the puppy where he
大丈夫か
was.
な？元気になったかな？
大丈夫だ。
本当に？
それこの子のこと？
Look, Jeff, look!
もう会えない
Look at the dog, Jeff. Jeff, there's a dog on the screen. I don't know if you noticed, Jeff, but there's a dog, like, being rendered by pixels.
はるかさっき、弓お姉ちゃんって言ってたな。
So I oscillate between soapbox and child
手紙を
modes.
届けに来てくれた。
Hope we're all okay with that.
すごく優しいんだよ、弓お姉ちゃん。毎月ひまわりに来てくれて、
Oh yeah, oh, but that was
手紙
dumb.
とかお土産とか。
お前、ひまわりにいたのか。
うん。
そして母親の姉はユミ。
どうかしたの？
お前のお母さん、 名前はなんて言うんだ？
水木。
え？
知ってるの？お母さんのこと。ねえ、お母さんどこなの？
いや、俺も探してるところだ。ユミのことも。はるか、ユミの居場所は？そうか。
ねえ、おじさん、私も一緒にいい？
さっきのところでお前の母親の店を聞こうとしてたんだ。今は手がかりが何もない。
私知ってるよ。アレスでしょ。
本当に？はるかちゃん。
だから一緒に。私だけじゃどうしてもお母さんに会えないから。ねえ、おじさん、いいでしょ。
他にどうしようもねえな。
You gotta love a reluctant dad story, haven't you? Oh, doggo! Hello! I did not actually know we'd have a, Right, after Snatcher let a dog die, a poor Doberman, this dog had better stay in good shape the whole game, even.
おじ
It'd be
さん、
so sad
すぐ
if
にアレスに行く？
we could beat up a million
じゃあ行こ
Yakuza people. Like, that's fine, but sorry, I'll try and restrain my childlike excitement. Let's have a look. I think we found armor. I mean, that was probably fairly obvious before, right? But I think it's especially kind of the obviousness of that. I think is especially there now, isn't it? Guilty as charged. Hey! Oh, we need an Alsatian cross with a whippet in a game. We need that,
う。おじさんはミレニアム
we need
タワー
that
に行った
rap,
ことあ
don't
る
we,
の？
somewhere, Jeff?
俺もつい最近知ったんだ。まさか
Oh gosh, you were streaming for 6 hours!
あ
Fair
んな
play.
でかいビルが建ってるとは
Do you reckon you might be on again this weekend, Luke? I'll definitely try and tune in.
な。いろいろあった場所だ。
この街にいろんな思い出があるんだね。
I would like to see a bit of that. As I say, that game does look very charming, World of Final Fantasy.
おじさんはなんでお母さんを探してるの？
話すと長くなるが、俺はユミを探しているんだ。それで妹の水木。つまり、お前のお母さんなら何か知ってるんじゃないかと思ってな。
そうなんだ。ユミお姉ちゃんもどこ行っちゃったんだろう。
お前はどうしてお母さんを探しに来たんだ？
どうしてって
The
自
bars
分
will
のお母
suck.
さんだよ。理
Okay.
由がなくちゃ探しちゃダメなの。
いや、野暮なことを聞いた。すまない。
No, it's not Majima again,
ちょっ
is
とちょっ
it?
とあなたたちどういうご関係
え、どういうって？
で何あなたこの子のお父さんかなんか
Yeah, I can see that game. Oh, jeez, you could just tell the truth. We can. Well, I think that'll go alright. Probably pick it up again either after work tomorrow or Saturday. Oh, cool, Luke.
いや、
お父さんじゃないのにこんな時間に女の子を追いかけてるの
This could be a mistake, but I'm just let's just say the truth as
素
it
直だ
is.
ね結構
Oh.
二人とも悪いけど署まで来てくれ
I was having curious would like help provide context about.
ダメだよおじさん。私ひまわりに連れ戻されちゃう。
Oh,
まあその辺も署でゆっくりね
oh, sorry.
Right.
Hold on, I really didn't think this through.
何やなんで逃げようとするんだね
I should have just said I wasn't, Dad.
はい、そこまで。
あ
おまわりさん、
あ
Haruka's gonna solve this situation
こ
by
れ以
helping
上
screw up.
お父さんのこといじめないで。お父さ 見た目の割に気が小さいの。だからさっきから
Oh
運転
god,
してて
she's defanning the hell out of
父を
us.
払ってお詫びしますだからもういじめないでください。
ああ、じゃあ本当にお父さんなんだね。
はい。
お父さん、あんた
God, she is
いい娘さん持
savage,
った
isn't
ね。
she?
あんたももうちょっとしっかりしなくちゃな。
もういいですか
Need to get our act together, apparently.
いいよ。
Oh dear. Well, that was close.
ユミはお前に
But she's good at that. Also, is the very good police officer. Really.
お母さんからの手紙
But yeah, we
毎
shan't
月ひまわり
complain.
に
最近ユミに変わった様子はなかったか？
変わった様子あ、そ
They
うだ
make fun of the tightest
君の
moth in
姉
that
ちゃん
game, don't
最
they?
近シャンプーを変えたかも髪の毛すごくいい匂いがしてたんだよ
そっか。
Oh, nice. What did you play it on PS4? Oh no, 'cause it got ported to Switch, didn't it? Oh, I didn't turn back. Yeah, send my love back in turn, Jeff. Love for everyone. I want to finish earlier so I can like people have been really nice raiding me lately, and also it's probably not healthy to have done. I think I've done at least a 4-hour stream for the past 3 days, and I think 2 of those were 5 hours. So I'll aim to be done by 10, I think. I'll probably just try and play this a little bit every day. Gun host kept pushing my friend to drink too much, and Kuya is the sort. He would get into the kind of situation where people think he's like a customer service person. Oh, sorry.
そういや、さっき警官に呼び止められた
Bob the poor girl over.
よくとっさにあんな嘘を思いついたな。
私とおじさんが親子だってこと知らない人
Ah,
がい
nice
たら
armor.
別におかしく
How
ない
did
で
it
しょ
look on
大
Switch?
した名演技だったぜ。将来
I could see that being a game that would look nice in handheld mode.
さすがにそれは無理だよ
しかし、俺もいつの間にか
Turk.
そんな年になっちまってたのか。古文ならまだしも小学生の子供か。想像もつかねえな。
古文の方が想像つかないよ
God, we really are just like whatever hard image Kiryu
おじ
has
さ
is
んはお
like
母さんに会ったら
she's all like, I can't imagine anyone taking orders from you.
だが、
Yeah.
水木自身のこともいろいろ聞くつもりだ。ユミに妹がいたなんて全然知らなかったからな。
ユミお姉ちゃんはなんでおじさんに内緒にしてたんだろう
さあ、誰だって内緒にしたいことの一つや二つあるもんだ。
おじさんにもあるの内緒のこと
Nice armor. I really like JRPGs on the handheld, so it's cool a lot of them do get ported to Switch.
ユミを責
I
め
mean,
る
the
気はない
Trials of Mana just came out, didn't it? The remake of Seiken Densetsu 3. Which it's really funny that game for years was just like a forbidden Japan-only game. Fan translation
ちょっ
aside,
といい
and then all of a sudden, like within a year,
何
like
してるんだ。
25 years later, it gets a both an official translation and a full-out remake. It's quite neat.
驚いたな。暗証番号か。
お母さんがね手紙で教えてくれたのお店の自慢の一つだって
Yeah, it's totally fair, Luke, honestly. I mean, the idea would be being able to transfer a save between the two, wouldn't it? Especially with how many hours one can end up putting into Octopath. I think in particular, if you're going to grind in an RPG, that especially makes sense on a handheld, doesn't it? While you've got TV on or something similar. That's why Pokemon works so well on that. Armor. That would be nice.
お城みたいに広いね。
Oh, I did
風呂
love
は
Love
丸
and
ご
Fruit.
と全部だなんて
Yeah, you played that as well, haven't you, Armor?
バブルの頃でも見たことねえよ。
バブル？
そのなんだ景気が
He's
良く
referring
て
to the 80s bubble
日本
economy
中
in
みん
Japan.
な金持ちだった頃だ。
すごい。それじゃあおじさんもお金持ちだったの？
そうだったかもしれねえな。今じゃ全部弾けちまった。
Yeah, funny thing, like, you know, like,
お母さん、手紙でね、自分のお店が持てる。
you know, like in the 80s and the early 90s, you had like a load of OVA animes, like those kind of, not quite a full film, but longer than a TV episode. Oh, that's what that Sonic anime is, an OVA. Like, apparently that basically just came from Japan's bubble economy. They just had so much money they could throw around and spend on those things. Which is why they were so well animated, and they also sold them like at really expensive amounts for each, like, I guess it would have been VHS,
ことすごく喜んで
or
た。
maybe Laserdisc even.
ここのテーブルとか食器とか全部お母さんが選んだ
So
んだと
basically, if the
思う。
economy's good, we get good anime.
高級品なんだろうが
That's the only
派
takeaway.
手すぎず落ち着いて過ごせるように
from that,
気配りが行き届いている。
おじさんも
Yeah, like
ここでゆっくりできるといいね。
それはさすがに無理だな。金が足りねえよ。
大丈夫だよ。だってユミお姉ちゃんのお友達なんでしょ。お母さんもきっとサービスしてくれるよ。
それはそれで気が引けるだろうな。
yeah, we were that was definitely represented in Yakuza 0. We were really flush with cash in that game. Oh, really? House is one of those things I've vaguely known about forever, but I've still never really seen. But I remember when I was like getting into anime and manga as a teen, basically after seeing Spirited Away, and that was like one of those names I always came across, but never did fully commit to. Billy Hatcher. Imagine like a lavish Billy Hatcher Kiwami. Let's get on that. Maybe they can license that out to someone, like with Streets of Rage or Panzer Dragoon. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get a Chrono Trigger. They've got to do something with Chrono, with the Chrono series eventually, haven't they? I mean, they're doing Mana stuff again. I think after a number of to be honest, there's a lot of kind of it's a bit of an up and down journey with the Mana series. I think. Like, I know there's like a PS2 one that wasn't meant to be very good, unfortunately. And I think the DS spin-offs had kind of a mixed reaction. I have heard some people say they quite liked them. Refried. I'll go for the
お前なんで個人
Crash or Spyro style naming for the
わかんないよ、
remake, is
そんなの。
it?
お前がひまわりにいたのも母親は知ってるんだろう。なら
どうしても迎えに来ることができないって手紙で何回も訳聞いたんだけど、それしか。
ユミもそう言っていたのか。
うん。ただ最後にお姉ちゃんが来た時、お母さんからってこれをくれたの。でもその時思った。私本当にもうお母さんと会えなくなるかもしれないって。
Oh, there you go. Nothing bad could result from this, I'm sure.
あんた、桐生さんでっか。元堂島組のお初にお目にかかります。わし、五代目近江連合本部の林マンね。噂はよう聞いてますぜ。
Oh. So many arched eyebrows.
近江連合ってことは錦山に頼まれたのか。俺を狙ってるんだろう。
いや、 電話鳴ってますぜ。どうぞ気にせんと取っとくんなれや。
桐生だ。
伊達だ。桐生、100億の星が分かったぞ。ユミだ。お前が追ってるユミが星だ。
Oh wow.
現場に指輪が落ちてたらしい。
指輪。
ああ、10年前お前から預かったあの指輪だ。とにかく登場会は彼女とその共犯の女を追ってるそうだ。
共犯？
そうだ。明日セレナで話したい。大丈夫か？
ああ。そうか。お前らも弓と水木を。
いや、わしらが追っとんのはそこのお嬢さんですわ。
なんでこいつを？
それは言えまへんな。わしも未練後のもんですさかい。桐生さん、おとなしゅうその子を渡したってな。
渡すと思うか？
ほなぶっちゃけ言いますわ。我ほどの男をこんなところで殺しとうないんすわ。
あんたずいぶん気が早えな。
はあ？
俺はこんなところで殺されるほどやわじゃねえよ。
さすがキルさんでんな。ほなしゃあないな。おい、やれや、ぶち殺したれや。
Is that the Facebook one, Luke?
遠慮なく言ったれや。
I think of any kind of group chat like that, I tend to mute them just because you'll get notifications all the time. Otherwise, it's not like anyone's fault or anything, but it's cool they are active if anything. I suppose with how dense a topic Animal Crossing is, how many strategies can be formulated over all kinds of town or island development. What would a Bubsy 3D remake look like? That's really difficult to visualize. Like, would they keep the kind of non-textured look to it? Which apparently is from them, like, going for a higher resolution mode on the PS1. Now they can have it be high resolution and textured. I mean, I noticed, like, going back to the PS1 Spyros, they still control pretty well, but, like, I definitely feel like Reignited. Granted, I'm not as familiar with the PS1 Spyros as, obviously, people who properly grew up with them. But I did think Reignited controlled quite a bit better, so... Could a Bubsy 3D remake iron out the controls in a satisfactory way? I don't know what, like, this isn't gonna happen. I'm just, like, really kind of... This is a fun thing to try and brainstorm on. Just because it would be so inexplicable in its existence. That's what's quite cool. Ooh. Let's get the health trick, show it. Ow. Oh, that was good. Like, so, with a lot of these attacks, it's really about trying to figure out when they're going to stop, basically. Sometimes I'm a bit too preemptive on that. Oh, I missed a... See if we can get that. There we are. I always miss the mash the button prompts as well. It's always so quick with those. That can't be good for our cranium either. Surely. That's pretty random there. Jeff. What about a Doberman Cry 2? Does that pun work? To be honest on that front. If it doesn't, I'll just say it was from the solid joke. Ow. Ow. Not ow. I mean, ow. Yeah, I think it's either that gold plate or the oh, it was either a gold or a platinum plate we got the dog to drink out of. That's nice. Ooh, how did not a single one of those miss? God, he's got good iframes, hasn't he? I guess it's because he's like all fired up, but he's one of those enemies that... It's one of those enemies that every time we try and grab him, it just backfires on us because he's able to reverse it. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit I'm no pro at this combat. 2 on 1, 2 not hard. Let's try Oh dear. Oh, it does it. Oh, very well. Where are we at in this masterful literature? I think we're still... I don't think we've gone past... Oh, we might have actually. It looks about halfway through. I really need to brainstorm an idea for other redeems once we've done every joke in this. Okay, so this is a child snake talking to a mother snake, it looks like. So, child snake, are we poisonous? Mother snake, yes dear. Child snake, oh dear, I've just bitten my tongue. So, laughs all around as the child snake potentially lethal poison themselves. If Tails lost one of his tails, where would he get a new one from? A retailer. Oof, woof. Let's get back to it. I mean, I'm at least glad one of them actually had a Sonic character. That's a rarity from this Sonic joke, but... Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot you were making a point-and-click game. That's right. I kind of... We were talking about remakes. I want, like, remakes of classic point-and-click games in PowerPoint. Oh dear. Ow. Ooh, ooh. Like, give me Grim Fandango via Windows 98 style PowerPoints. Oh, here we go. Completely forgot we had this. Right, so it's beast mode. Oh, it's a shotgun as well. Of course it is. Hey. Oh dear. I want to see if we can get away with not using a recovery item there, but yeah, I just had that in my jacket pocket.
わからない。今はまだな。
This game sets up a good mystery. Like, it's got me wondering quite a lot about exactly what's going on. Got quite a good few mystery threads dangling.
妹さんを助けるにはもうそれしか。いくらかかるんです。いや
いくらかかってもいい。それで優子が助かるならやってくれ、日吉先生。
お金の件は分かりました。ただそのためには適合するドナーが現れるのを待たなければなりません。それに運よく見つかったとしても順番待ちがあります。移植を受けられるまで一体何年待つことになるか。
何年もって、それじゃ妹には間に合わねえ。何か手はねえのか、日吉先生。本当に手はねえのかよ。何とかしてくれよ。何でもするからさ。
本当に何でもする覚悟ですか？
Oh, jeez. Where's this going?
ああ、妹が助かるならそりゃ何だって。
臓器ブローカーの存在をご存知ですか？
ああ、聞いたことはあるけど、まさか。
私からそういう仕事をしている人間に連絡を取ることはできます。ただその場合、手術費用とは別にまとまったお金が必要です。
いくらだ
？3000万
Oof. Oof.
用意できますか
$30 million yen. That'd be in 96 money.
おう、組長さん。松重。何の真似だ。俺に金を稼がせてく
I
れ。
thought he was about to do push-ups
3000万
then.
どうしても必要なんだ。やり方はお前に任せる。だから頼む、力を貸してくれ、松重。
やり方は俺に任せる。あんたそう言ったな。
ああ、
初めからそうやって頭下げりゃよかったんだねえ。ほんじゃこれからは仲良くやりましょうや、組長さん。
Oof. Jeff. Yeah, I was wondering why he was holding the Ring Fit controller. It was a very strange addition. It's like when they had Dreamcast strapped to their back and typed up the dead.
アレスの水木で、おそらくは100億の共犯。
そしてハルカはその娘だ。
行方不明だったユミはあの子にだけは会っていた。
ごめんなさいキリュウちゃん、ちょっとお願い。あ、丁寧にね。
Yeah, don't forget your pleases and thank yous. Okay.
兄貴ですか？
シンジか。
やっぱり
Hey, Shinjo.
方々を回ってたんです。
そうか。今どんな状況だ？
実は今風間のおやっさん連れて逃げてます。
何？
あの後病院で手当てしたんですが意識はまだ。でも兄貴、あの状況から見ておやっさんを撃ったのは登場界のもんです。おやっさんの居所が知れたらまた狙われるかもしれません。
今どこだ？
信頼できる筋に隠れ家頼んでるとこです。落ち着いたらまた連絡します。連絡先はセレナで。
いや、携帯を持ってる。
Oh, sorry, what's this about after... Sorry, I'm a bit behind there. Oh, you'd have to buy me that. I think I've seen that one. It's got like modern... It's like a modern Sonic one, so they're like, it's like Relay Sonic and such, isn't it? It's quite fun. I hope it has more actual Sonic jokes in it. That'd be an improvement over this
何か当
one.
てはあるのか。いや、効率的じゃねえな。仕方ない。
ひょっとして伝説の女王。
そうだ、サイの花屋。だが、そいつがいるのは例の
西公園か。
ああ、通称サイの河原。奴はそのだが気をつけろよ。あそこ一度中に入ると。
だが、たださ。
ああ、ここも安全とは言えないから。
Very good lad. Where's Doggo? Doggo. Yeah, we've had a week of detective games basically, haven't we? Between Stature and this. So. Oh, actually, I should. I do need to sell those off, those plates. Don't know if there's like a particular store I should try and do them out. But yeah, well, I think I'll be off by 10 tonight. I actually will try and stick to that. I think I will at least give myself kind of the, you know, there's a very good chance we could end up, like, you know, we get to like 10 and then we're still like at clutch moments, but at the end of a really, crazy chapter or whatnot. So, we'll see how that plays out, but... Cool. I agree on the matter of Doggy.
早く帰っ
I will.
気をつけてね。
I will. Damn straight. We haven't seen too many mustaches though. Certainly not any of the comical Poirot style say mushroom then. Mustache even. You can see how I'd get the two confused. Yeah, it's quite funny. In Yakuza 0, I did spend a lot of time on the side stuff, just getting endlessly distracted. I think on this one I'm happy just to kind of go straight for the, Oh yeah, that was a big part of the, of 0 we were in there. Yeah, on this one I think I'm happy just to go straight for the main plot, really. This one does seem to have much less focus on side quests. Shift ended at 6, so from that point on you were working unpaid overtime. Ooh. Let's move on, shall we? Really, Cricket? No kidding. So I do like Zero's story overall. It's it does come together quite nicely, doesn't it? So you reckon this is probably a good one to just kind of focus on the main story generally and So I think Zero is the one I really want to 100% eventually. This one I suspect I'll probably be happy just doing the main quest. I mean, I might go back and do side stuff. Yeah, Cricket, it was interesting watching footage of the PS2 original and comparing notes on that. You definitely don't, they definitely added more stuff in this key with this. I think they probably felt incentivized to, given how much this key there was in Zero. Like, I was surprised you didn't really see him too much in the original one before he kind of takes the direction he does in this. There have been any customers that take it out on me. Oh, gee. Bit of tough love from KO. Oh, jeez. Always with the groveling. Oh, damn it, I forgot about the NHS clap. Oh, that was 8 o'clock. How did I not hear that? It kind of encourages me, it gets quite loud on our streets. I was meant to, like, say be right back at that time and clap out my window, like I did last week. And I completely... Damn, that's not the first time I've forgotten it like that, I feel really bad. I mean... I'll be the first to say, probably trade all the claps in the world for the NHS to actually get the funding and resources they need. Like, it's a bit of an empty fit in some ways, but... Yeah, it's something, isn't it, to grasp onto in that respect. And that gratitude, I hope we'll keep that collective gratitude there even after this all blows over.
Nani?
Oh, jeez. God damn it, Majima. Why is that surprising to me? That should not be surprising to me that he's there.
What?
Kiryu's just blunt, I'm gone. He's a goddamn comedian. It's just him going back to his, like, hostess club hosting days. Oh, yeah? Yeah? I suppose that could be seen as a bit of pandering, couldn't it, Gricken? Yeah, no worries at all, Jeff. As I say, if you guys are still playing when I'm done, I might be able to join you. I'll let you know on that. Yeah, I suppose it's sort of like how they lent on Knight Solaire stuff in, like, subsequent Souls games, but... I don't know, I also like being pandered to, so... with characters I like. But yeah, I could see taking issue with that, yeah. I'd be kind of interested in, like, people who played both the original and the remake. I think people generally like Kiwami a lot, don't they, as a remake? You obviously get those kind of remakes that make contentious creative or design changes. Yeah, it was just so funny, like, watching Yakuza. It's one of the most PS2 looking games ever. Like, it has that kind of foggy look. Say that kind of bloom lighting, the weird camera motion blur. The run animations were a bit odd. Again, like, technically a good looking PS2 game. It's quite interesting how different the characters looked as well. I feel like I don't know how to say this without this sounding weird, but I feel like the characters look more Asian in the quote-unquote modern Yakuza games. I don't know if that was them trying to... Oh, I don't know, I was going to say I don't know if that's them trying to make the characters just look a bit more universal, but then... Probably not with how the series director, from what was said in chat yesterday, didn't see them as games being released overseas, and... It's probably just them being able to use more polygons to have more distinctive, facial structures and features, I suppose. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of the series kind of sound design and such is still there, isn't there, with the PS2 one, like some of the familiar sound effects. Well, I did notice, I think they had like different introduction kind of percussion sounds for, I think, the main characters, I want to say, like the... Yeah, Majora's Mask makes some weird changes. I think you can reverse a lot of them with a I was going to say ROM hack. Would you call a 3DS game a ROM? Yeah, I suppose you could. I think you could at least hack them out with Homebrew, but yeah, it is weird a lot. Again, just a lot of these kind of... like, it got kind of George Lucas-y, I feel, some of those. Like, I think there was a little bit of that in Wind Waker HD, even though I largely like I think especially the quality of life improvements that makes. Like they outright change some bosses, don't they? And yeah, like the mechanics of a couple of the masks are kind of off, and I was surprised as well with Majora's Mask 3D. They did, not to like completely dump on that. Like I still had fun with the little I played of it. But it did come out so soon after I'd actually finally played for the original, so I didn't get too far in. But yeah, you know the dungeon where you have to keep like summoning the dummies via that Ocarina song. I'm surprised they didn't find a way to speed that up. Like from what I understand, that's basically the same, where you do have to just keep playing that Ocarina song over and over. Whereas I feel like things like that in Wind Waker HD, they did try and speed that up quite a bit, didn't they? Right, sorry, I'll actually advance the dialogue now. Let's see where inebriated is. Is he gonna try and rip us off? Oh, jeez. Was it 230,000? No, 280,000 even per drink. You want me with these Yakuza? Thank you, Krieger. Oh dear. I was wondering how this would transpire in the fight. Yeah, sorry, Majimeri, you're not getting paid for that. Yeah, I think that's the video I'm thinking of with it, Kraken, yeah. I think sometimes those videos, that kind of video, I do kind of enjoy, like, long-form... What is he doing? Long-form critique, but I do find sometimes some of the things, I can see why they point them out, but I do end up thinking, oh, that probably wouldn't bother me too much. In some cases, but even then, yeah, some of them are just... They do make some very strange changes, you know. I think you have to be very careful when you remake something to, I can understand, like, feeling a bit stifled creatively if you feel like you've got to stick just, like, to the original as if it's an exact blueprint, but it is just going to be a precarious matter, isn't it, if you're going to make changes that just inevitably have a subjective quality to them. Like, no one's going to complain about, like, at least unless they're badly done, but, like, if you get, like, just the visual look down, but at a higher resolution, people will be happy with that. If you, like, just change the mood of a scene, or, I went to throw a bike in it. As in successfully throw a bike in it. Yeah, like the Zoro's women in particular seems. I like the way the bouncing on water works as the Deku mask. That was especially kind of like that was fine as it was. Why like make that less fun, like a less improvisational? Just have it act in a very fixed way. Sorry, I'm not explaining that very well, but I think you guys know what I mean when I say that. The bouncing as the Deku across water. Yeah, it's interesting. I'd be really happy to see people seem largely, at least from what I've seen, I haven't seen talk about the ending. Probably for obvious reasons, like I haven't deliberately seeked that out. So I'm not sure how that's been received, but people seem largely positive with the changes they've made. I even saw people saying they feel like they've made the characters more likeable generally. I mean, part of that might be because for all of its qualities, and I still think it holds up, but the original Final Fantasy VII does have a pretty notoriously kind of sloppy English translation, where I think some stuff is a bit difficult to parse. Apparently it's even worse in, like, other European languages, like, I can't think of a direct example, but I think it's along the lines of, like, I've heard of there being mistakes in, like, the German version or something like that of FF7, where it's, like, the word for back, as in go back in the menu, they've got, like, the word for a human back or something, you know? I've heard of a few cases in that, or things like that in translations into different European languages for games. I think some of that did sneak into those FF7 localizations. It's weird they were like, that was such a big game for them. It didn't seem like they were taking the translation of it very seriously. At least by the time they got to like Final Fantasy IX, that seemed to be very well localized. To hurt armor. I mean, I'm at least glad we got that perfect line out of it. Yeah, I feel people. Well, I mean, without going, I guess brief spoiler for maybe like hour 10 of maybe remake FF7. I don't know how far in it would be. But that's really sad. They make like Jesse and two of the other characters in that position very likable, given yeah. Oh, just amp up the tragedy, isn't it? Cheap swill. Oh god damn, Majima. Could you actually pay him? Would he really have accepted the money if you tried to pay him for those? God. Oh, Cricket, you know what else I noticed for, on PS2 Yakuza? It was way more sweary than this was. It felt like it had a bit of a harder edge to it, which kind of fits, although it also made, I did get more of a scummy kind of vibe from Majima. I mean, he is kind of that, but he's maybe a bit less lovably so in the original, kind of. Yeah, that was a localization thing, was it? Yeah, it definitely felt like they were, I think it might have been a bit too much. I mean, if you're gonna have a lot of swearing in one kind of game, like, it's probably not gonna feel too off in a Yakuza game, but it was probably a bit too much, wasn't it? Like, it was maybe a little try-hard. To say that it did seem like a fairly decent dub overall. It was a tiny bit wooden. Like, I generally thought Kiryu was quite good, but there was like a bit where you had to like yell out a couple of character names. And it was a bit sort of, it reminded me of in the second Jurassic Park film where Jeff Goldblum calls after his wife, who's like in the vicinity of a dinosaur, and he just kind of goes, Sarah! Like, with a really weird, not terribly dramatic intonation. It was a bit like that. But no, other lines I thought he did quite well. I mean, it's not like Zero and this on swearing. But I think they tend to save it for like when a character's like really angry, or I mean, they spaced them out a bit more, so I guess they hit a bit more, you could say. But it was still quite cool and novel to hear a dub for one of these games, much less overall a pretty decent one. Yeah, Fireball. It's a very cheap rip-off. I don't know who these Seagar, whatever their name is. I don't know who they think they are. There they rip off Shenmue. How are you doing, Fireball? Thank you so much for coming in. How did Dead Space go today? Sorry, I wasn't able to into anyone's streams today. Like I missed Luke's and Shenworld's as well. I'll definitely try and catch a couple tomorrow. Dead Space went well, nice. I'm trying to remember how long Dead Space was. I think I beat it in 3 streams, but like really unhealthily so, because they all ended up being quite long streams.
Nani?
Yeah, what's this about a monthly loan? Can I pay today or be sent the debt collector to come visit you? Seriously, I have no clue. May I please have your current location? Oh dear.
A huge mistake.
Oh dear, should I have just offered to pay? I don't want to be a schmuck though. I don't want to be taken advantage of monetarily. Yeah, no worries at all, Fireball. Oh, I'll definitely try and tune in if tomorrow, especially if tomorrow's going to be the last one. I'll definitely try and get in on that. To be honest, I'm trying to remember the final boss of... Oh no, I can remember it now. No, actually, yeah, the final moments of Dead Space were quite cool, actually. I think I remember being a bit fiddly in terms of some puzzle solutions, but... No, I remember yeah, there was some cool stuff in there. Cricken. The suspense is palpable over his chances. I mean, maybe controlled by me, there might be a bit more, possibility of failure. Oh, there. Oh, that's a sub-story. That's the first one we've had, believe it or not. How many are in this? Oh god, there are 78. I mean, there's still less than 0, isn't there? I mean, the Let's Play I was watching of... Well, I say Let's Play, I didn't have commentary on it, but the playthrough video I was watching of... I was watching for the PS2 version. They were doing a few side quests here and there. See a man about a horse. Sorry. Oh jeez. Joking homeless man says, try looking around. Oh, piss off. Oh dear. As a man falls down, the rush of falling becomes more enticing than the struggle back up. Oh jeez. It can't be that bad.
Oi.
Hello. Cricket. That is a knee slapper. I want to see that illustrated in like the 2D comic book style that book I've got uses. Like blooming acrobatic. Like I'm hearing that in his Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog voice.
いや。
あ
Hey, here we go. There's some manga on the manga books on the side. Let's give that a read once we sort this fella out. Oh gosh, he hasn't got not for this to sound like a weird euphemism, he doesn't appear to have a very long health bar. There we are. Lovely. Feel good times for all. Tell your boss, you better not ever waste my time with another of these stupid calls. Oh, we got a katana-esque sword. Oh wow, there's not the craziest sub-story in one of these, was it? I imagine, I mean, with over 70 of them, I imagine some of them are a bit more minor like that. Hello.
Nah, Anta.
Is it weird? I think the one on the right kind of looks like Dante. Like he's got Dante's jacket colour at least, and sort of his hairstyle. Actually, that is a bit mean because it's obviously an NPC. That is very polygonal PS2 looking hair. It's quite sad to see the homelessness is pretty high up this facility. As if I try and go in again. Ooh, I'm trying to think on there are, I suppose there's like some of those like 2.5D, like what some of those ones with 3D visuals. It's a bit mean because I think they are quite cool in a way, but actually no, I'd probably say I quite like the first Mega Man PSP game. That's a remake of the first NES one. I quite like the chibi style that uses. I don't mind it. There's like a Mega Man X remake done in that style on PSP as well, which I don't mind, but I do prefer the SNES visuals, definitely, in that case. And just kind of general vibe. I think if, sometimes with remakes, if they change from 2D to 3D visuals, that can be a hard sell for me. I think there's been times when that has worked. I'm trying to think of some examples. Oh wait, no, I meant to pick the first one. Just curious to see what happens there. If a remake does like a lot of quality of life improvements or things like that, I do really appreciate them, especially. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Move it, heck.
公衆便所はみんなのもんだろう。
てめえ。はい。はい。ええ、そうです。わかりました。どうしていいそうだ。
I'm surprised we're not held at gunpoint more in these games, honestly.
こっちだ。
ご案内します。キルさん。
もう身元が
Oh, nice fella, after.
サイの河原だぜ、ここは。
Cheers, mate. I actually generally like the Ocarina of Time 3DS remake. I guess some of the lighting changes they make in a few places I don't prefer, but I do overall really like the look of it. The only thing is I wish you could like put second stick camera control into it, which they did add to Majora's Mask 3D.
ボスは地下の一番奥でお待ちしています。どうぞ。
I was reading like they were talking about that for Majora's Mask 3, like that was apparently a lot of work to do to implement that. I guess because those games really were designed with like free camera control in mind. I gotta say, I love what I've played of the Link's Awakening remake generally. I do wish the performance was a bit more stable, but I guess that's just incentive for me to play it on a Switch Pro or whatever. And I do overall love the style they went for that and the quality of life improvements. But there's still like a place for the original Link's Awakening as well, I think. But I do love that remake overall. Right, I'm going to just quickly do these and then be right back for a bit, and then we'll be on for about 20 more minutes, I think. Just stick jolly Devil Dash music on. Never goes amiss, eh? Nice, I did want that. Cool. Back for a second, everyone. I'm glad you like the Crash 2 music, guys. I added a bunch of tunes from that Insane trilogy. I do think it's lame they didn't get the original composer back on for the remixes of the Crash remake trilogy, but I actually do still really like the remixes generally. There's quite a few where I do prefer them to the originals, to be honest, although I still like the originals a lot. Wait, did you request this, Jeff? I like Jasmine T. Mason. Yes, please. I'll have my own OVA as well while I'm at it, like this. Sorry, don't mind the weird eating sounds. I've got Hartley's raspberry flavoured jelly, which is a staggering 10 calories apparently. Actually, no. Well, wait, no. On the back it says like 3 calories per pot. We've got like less than 0.1 grams fat, 0.3 grams carbohydrate, less than 0.1 grams protein. So I could go towards the. Well, I'm trying to do high protein at the moment. Hey, Jax. It is a great theme, isn't it? It does seem so. I mean, it's not a huge pot, but I think it's more than that. I mean, it's quite tasty without. I mean, you'd almost expect that to be flavourless, wouldn't you? At that point. It's quite surprising. How have you been then, Jax? How has Animal Crossing gone? Right, I'm very sorry to put this song off because it's very good. But we'll do about 20 more minutes of Yakuza, I think. It might depend on the. Ideally, I'd like to finish off a chapter, but we'll see how much we have in terms of that. Yeah, good, thank you. No, probably less calories than the Rolo yogurt. But there is no Hartley to the Rescue Mega Drive game. Like that. Oh, this looks nice, doesn't it? Actually, it's a bit messed up, but this has reminded me of an area in Little Nightmares near the end, because I think they had some of that similar style of architecture. Or at least similar kind of layout. It's a bit less inviting than how this looks, though. Ooh. Mm. Yeah, Yakuza 0 kind of had this as well, kind of a insanely well-developed underground area. That was more of a kind of dark and grimy fight in the arena. Like Jove, man, can't you see I'm occupied? Yeah. Stay away from him, miss. Jerk. What do you think, Miss? Oh gosh. Look at that, Kiryu. Huh? Let us not be tempted from whatever that line of the Lord's Prayer ends. Deliver us to evil. God, look at this! That's pretty lovely, isn't it? I'm a big fan of the overwhelming pink colour scheme. That works for me. Oh, Jeff! Oh, you. Self-confidence for days on you, my friend. That's a good one.
Kiryu Kazuma. 出所早々派手にやってるみてえだな。
あんたがサイの花や。
何の情報が欲しい？
登場界の100億、それにユミと水木って姉妹の情報だ。
報酬はい
くらかかるんだ？
情報を集めるのも金がかかるんだよ。どこにでも俺の手下はいる。キャバ嬢のパンツの色から裏の取引、表沙汰になってない殺しまで全て俺のところに話が入ってくる。そして俺はその星の数ほどの情報をつなぎ合わせて100が欲しい正確な情報を提供するんだ。だから俺の情報は高い。わかるよな？
今は無理だ。でも時間がない。
だろうな。
おいおい、
10年前堂島の竜っていや相当なもんだった。俺はヤクザってのが死ぬほど嫌いでな。だが情報屋ってのはとどのつまり覗き趣味でよ。あんたが天下の登場会敵に回して何しでかすか実のところ興味津々なんだ。
それじゃ
あだがただで情報をやったんじゃ他に示しがつかねえ。俺はフェアじゃねえことは嫌いなんだ。
つまり
仕事をしてもらおう。堂島の竜にしかできねえ仕事をな。
Oh my god, what are you guys up to? Having fun there in chat, I see. I approve immensely. Should have known there'd be some underground fire.
そうだ。金の使い道を思いつかねえ金持ち。血見るのが好きな変態どもがお得意様よ。戦士は殺しても殺されても問題ねえ。ここは西の河原だ。三途の川もすぐ近くってな。
俺にしかできねえ仕事ってのは
3人勝ち抜けば賞金が出る。そいつを手に入れられればそいつを情報料としてもらおうじゃねえか。
Oh my goodness, Jeff! We did it again! Thank you so much, man. Again. And again after that. Bless you, fella. Thank you very kindly. Hope you enjoy the, all the silly emotes. You're talking business here. Said 2 lift related jokes for yeah, save that good material, man. You reckon you'll be streaming Octopath on the weekend, Jeff? Probably Saturday, is it?
これからこの先のリングでルールは素手であること以外には特に
Hey, thank you for the host.
好きに暴れてもらって結構だ。高額な金の代償だ。強いやつとやってもらう。で、いいか桐生。ルールは素手であること。高額な金の代償だ。
Oh right, no, I do get it. I wanted to. I was like, wait, I've got a weapon equipped, so I need to get that off. We can't. Sadly, we can't take our beloved Marling cannon in, so that's not a good thing. Yeah, it's a sequence just like this in Zero, but with Majima, where you have to like fight 3 people in a row in a secret underground.
So it's a 禁止だ。
Oh, I see. With you have to not have any of it on. Fine. Fair enough.
準備できたか。
Oh, bless you, Jax. Thank you.
せいぜい観客を盛
I've
り上
never
げ
been called an amazing record before. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Jeff is absolute sweetie, isn't he, when it comes to his immense generosity, bless him. Hey! Oh gosh. Where's that guy's game? There we go. So yeah, I see we could get to the end of this chapter, I think. We probably won't be done by 10 like the original plan, but my gosh, we'll try. Ow. I thought I got a thing where, because if I hold a button down when I grab, I thought I'd unlock that ability. I see D. Feldman, I just think Dory Feldman. I feel quite bad. Alright, me, fella. Oh yeah, pass these. How's Dark Souls going? I'm quite. This could be a Dark Souls boss with a bit of creative reinterpretation and a lot of squinting. Oh wow, my combo game's not really on. Oh my god, he did Fist of the North Star, or E Honda, a million punch. Jax. That is meant to be a sad DK, but yeah, it's not. I kind of realised that when I did it, it's not immensely clear. It's a shot from him at the end of Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Game Boy Advance. That game has a really cute ending. Oh, nice pack. So, I assume on New Game Plus you have to unlock being able to teleport again, right? So, is that basically you being about to unlock, are you about to unlock, being able to teleport again, Oh yeah, cool. Ooh, nice, yeah, I want bag. God, then. Yeah, it's quite cool we got a Thai boxing here. Especially with the blue shorts, I just can't not think of Sagat from Street Fighter. No cool scar on the chest, there. Sort you out, fella. Come on, attack. There we go. I like boxing match. You mean stream some Punch Out, is it? I can try. Definitely not IRL, unless it's Wii boxing. I mean, even that I won't be that good. What's the crowd booing then? I think that's just the god. Alright, let's spam us some ooh, okay. Yeah, I think in Yakuza 0 I was better as Majima in combat than Kiryu, mainly because of the baseball bat. I think the baseball bat is considered like the, a bit on the OP side of that. I can see I'm not very clever with this at the moment. Ooh! Fancied our chances a bit more than that, but we didn't have I might practice the combat a bit off stream because I am lousy as hell at it at the moment. Ooh! Oh, blew me there, we got close there. Oh no, pasties. Are you not a fan? That's what you're saying. You mean the teleport, not teleport, the treasure chest, right? Which I'm bloody terrified in the Souls games. God, I'm rubbish at this. There we are. Sorry about my chair sounds. I'm hearing about recent technology where they can mute out non-voice sounds for like Discord and such. I'm really hoping I can get that in place on OBS soon. So I don't have to worry about Jenny pot eating sounds or my fan or my chair or the sound reverberating from my headset. Oh, pasties, you'll be able to retrieve that though, right? Please tell me you will. I'm the UK's heavyweight champ for my channel. That's right, 82 kilograms of body fat and other things, I guess. Ow. Ow. I hope this section is considered harder. Like, I need validation on this. Like, why am I so bad at this? Ooh, what's this one, actually? Oh, okay, we want that. Boost attack damage, definitely. Ooh, where can we get another... Oh, we've got another boost attack damage there. Okay, yeah, we need that. Let's do that then. Jax. I am actually quite excited because I have been trying to lose weight and I am below 83 kilograms for the first time today. Although I was also 83.8 yesterday, so... and I was 82.6 this morning, so I assume that's going to shoot up again tomorrow, probably. Ah. Oh, that was a strange, strange sound to indicate we've just had a drink. Yeah, we might be struggling here and there. We don't have much of an inventory on us. Completely fancy our chances, to be honest. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh, damn it, I was trying to get out of that. Oh. Yeah, maybe I need to act a bit more defensive and evasive. And, this seems to be working for us. It probably helps that we've got our heat meter. Oh, thank you, bastards. But I think about 82 was... Oh, God. I think about 82 as my goal, but I'll I don't know, I might see if I can keep going. We'll see. Cool. Yeah, smack on the face. That barely did anything, actually. It's like Zangief running about with his hands up. Probably because Zangief, that's like taken from an actual film. To be fair, it's, I don't know, 90% of my world knowledge does come from Street Fighter. Like all the great scholars of the world. Ooh. Yeah, maybe I should stay away when he does that. Oh dear. I need to check again what that means when they just kind of stagger there for a bit. They just sort of lay low while they glow a certain colour. Like, they seem very out in the open there, but they can't, Oh, thank you, Jeff. Belly to Belly was Jeff's finisher when he was... I like these backstories you're giving us. I mean, I've been cute saying that, because they're obviously, all real, but... They just play along on that front, you know? That's a pretty amazing way of blocking, just kind of doing a weightlifter pose and just with your hands by your sides. Seemed to work alright for us. Yeah, like look at Kiryu here. He kept his kept a hell of a muscle mass on him. 10 years in jail. I guess he didn't have access to weights. Like, he's meant to be really rusty because of that, but... I mean, I should go to jail for 10 years. I'm kind of wondering now, what's his weight meant to be officially? What's like his body fat percentage versus his muscle mass? I just wanted to do that flying kick so bad. Quick. I don't think we've got much, God, we are gonna have to restock on drinks after this. Hey, there we are. Jax! The metric system is the tool of the devil. I did look up what that was worth in pounds. But I can't remember what it was, so I will have to be a metric system satanic symbol, I'm afraid.
東上界の100億とユミと水木って女の話だったな。東上界三代目は金が盗まれたことを隠していた。だがそれを錦山って直系組長が緊急幹部会で暴露したんだ。三代目を殺したのは俺は錦山だと踏んでる。奴の動きは四代目の椅子を狙っているようにしか見えねえ。
かもしれんな。
だが今の東上界は群雄割拠だ。三代目は死に、跡目もまだ決まってねえ。となれば
100億取り戻した男が4代目だろう。錦山のたった一言の引き金で共食いの泥沼。人情が聞いて呆れるぜ。100億を奪ったのはユミって女だ。こいつは匿名の垂れ込みがあったらしい。
何？
登場会で裏取ってるうち、妹の水木が事件の直前からアレス閉めて行方くらましているのが分かった。いよいよ本ボシってわけだが、二人とも見つかりやしねえ。それで
水木の娘遥か。
なんだって？
登場会は水木の娘を探している。遥か今俺と一緒にいるんだ。
遥か、そうだったのか。一昨日顔を隠した妙な女が来てな。そいつが探してくれって言ったこの名前が確か遥かだった。
それがユミか水木ってことは。
さあな。女の顔は見たが、俺にはそれがユミって女か水木って女かもわからねえ。得体のわからんやつとは仕事もできねえからな。丁重にお帰りいただいた。
なんだ。そうか、分かった。お前に客だ。
客？
見に行くぞ。足元注意しろ。
何
Yeah, well, I mean, it fits these games for obvious reasons past these, yeah. I mean, there's only the first Yakuza game got an English dub, internationally. Oh gosh.
5年前、警視庁は50台のカメラを取り付けた。テロ防止なんかが名目だが、所詮大して役には立ってねえ。だがよ、俺は実際にこの目で見てるんだ。1万台のカメラを設置してな。おい、客の様子を見せろ。
はい。
伊達さん。チカ、何があったんだ？
奴の行動をたどってみるか。奴の映ってる他の映像を出してみろ。伊達か。なんとも落ちぶれちまったもんだ。
伊達さんを知ってるのか？
ボス、10分前の映像です。
ん？
おお。
ボス、トラブルです。
なんだ？
ライブ映像に回します。
桐生、伊達がやばいぞ。
I was gonna say, do you think they've seen the Dark Knight with that scene of Bruce Wayne like using the surveillance, all the surveillance videos, but then Dark Knight did come out in 2008, and this original version of this was like 2005, so I might have seen Batman Begins, but these nice ladies offering us some curious services there, but that's not the time. Duh, I'm Jason. Where were the other drugs going? Sorry, I know it's really hacked to do like a Christian Bale Batman voice, especially by this point. It's just fun to do though. It's just like a primal instinct to yell I'm Batman while it sounds like you've got loads of gravel in your throat. Damn straight, pastos. Definitive batsuit. That's cool you prefer the Japanese audio track on Sekiro. It obviously fits that very well, doesn't it?
すまねえ、はるかが。
分かってる。
おい、こいつデカだぞ。そうだ、間違いねえ。
俺はな、昔こいつにパクられたんだ。
もう十分だろ。
まだだ。100回殺しても足らねえ。
電車は引っかんでる。
一発殴んねえと気が済まねえ。
バラしまえ。
そうだ、バラしまった方がいい。
何言っても無駄か。
ああ、無駄だ。あんたの話聞く義理はねえ。なんだよ。どうする気だ。
よせ、桐生。
そんなにこの人やりてえなら俺を倒してからにしろ。
We're screwed, we don't have any health drinks. That's why I'm slowly building up to maybe having a camera on stream. Only when I was completely brave enough to go all bat nipple on everyone. So I consider it like that. Which one did I... God, at some point we got loads of experience points. Nice, we'll be able to boost our attack there. Okay, I think we got a good deal from there. Oh yes, I want that. I want to grab an enemy while they're down and be a right cheap zone, so... Yeah, I want that. I want all of them really, but... some elements of compromise has to come somewhere, alas. Oh, actually, I need to, before I forget, we need to put all this back on as well. Let's get our fish shotgun back out. Yeah, nipple forever. Sounds straight. With the bat-adorned credit card, which has the expiration date of forever. Just delightful, really. There is a Batman and Robin PS1 game as well that's kind of open world, sort of. It's madly ambitious. Kind of to a fault, given the game's execution, but God bless me, God speeds them for trying. Oh, Jeff, the Idaho emote. Such a good girl. Thankfully, these guys are much less tough than the guys in the cage. Definitely a good fit. The AI is kind of like in like Dynasty Warriors games or such, where they just sort of wait. Ones who aren't attacking you just kind of wait. Well, whoever you're going after is the main one who's actually doing anything. Not that I could play then, I didn't. Where are all the blocks? Was I doing the press the ball to block? Give or take, Jeff.
久しぶりですね、伊達さん。
Give or take.
桐生、例の子さらった車はバッティングセンターに止まった。安心しろ。この情報量はつけにしといてやる。
ああ。
Thank you.
あいつは元警官だ。警察の情報を横流ししてたのを俺が告発したんだ。その後は知らねえが、こんなとこで会うとはな。桐生、遥さらったのは真島組の奴らだ。
真島組?
Oh. He's actually factored into the main plot now.
真島の兄さんか。
Yeah, it's pretty rough, isn't it, Jax? I mean, I don't know what I expected. Like, I tried an R bit on emulation, and yeah.
真島組を相手にするのは厳しい。それよりもレーナが心配だ。一人にし
It's
な
a
い
bit of a horrible nightmare to try and control. Right, I was thinking of leaving it there, but I don't know how much left we've got of this chapter. There's a slight temptation to keep going, truth be told. What do you think? Oh, it's him from earlier.
Okay.
いや、さっき編集部から帰ってきたら。
俺も。
そうなんですか。あ、なるべく裏から回って。
分かった。
じゃあ。
Yeah, we'll probably do this bit then. Just really want to make sure we can raid. Alright, so going through the back. Really do want to raid Matt. Or someone on here, that's the only thing. So much for. Damn right. Oh, trying to control that game was. Good lord. But it's not like I could have done better, or could ever do better. I probably could have made a satisfying open world game based on Batman and Robin in '97. Bit of a Herculean task, really. I think that was a great time for Batman games, because like that was the I think that was like Gotham Street Racer or something like that. It was like a Batmobile racing game. Based on the animated show, which I don't think it's meant to be that great, sadly. That was one game I was thinking of streaming at some point. I've got the... I know it's not meant to be great, but I have got the side-scrolling Arkham game, finally. Blackgate, I think it's called. It's the one that was on 3DS and PlayStation Vita originally. Yeah, I think I've heard like the Batman Beyond games are rubbish as well, which is a shame. So the Batman Beyond, I've never seen Batman Beyond, unfortunately, but I know it's a show people generally really love, isn't it? But yeah, at this point, with all the Arkham games we got, we can't really narrow them out. Stay on Batman games, can we? Did quite well on that front overall, really. That's how you do that. No, I mean the Batman Beyond video games. Like, I get the impression they generally weren't very good. I mean, if there's a good one, fair dues, of course. No, people tend to love the Batman Beyond show, though, don't they? And the Return of the Joker film. I should really get to them sometime. If they could make them available on one of the 2 streaming services I have. Like Disney Plus or Netflix, that would be grand. I know DC have their own, at least in America, their own streaming service. Gosh, we have blown quite a lot of money on those health drinks. I might need to look into making some money on those. No, yeah, I mean, people tend to love this show, don't they? Funny thing as well, I heard on a podcast the other day, apparently the name, no, sorry, not the name. Apparently, like, the call from higher up with Batman Beyond was to make, like, a show they could, like, try and sell toys on or something like that. And I think the Bruce Timm and whoever else was working on it, I think they kind of spitefully made it as not toyetic as possible. So it's obviously a bit of a cynical, it's probably a bit hard to feel motivated to be creative I mean, people say that was one of quite a few problems with Batman and Robin, the movie. That it's quite a toyetic film, like they change costume for no reason and all that. So like the desire to sell merchandise was overtaken the creative process. I will have posable action figures, but I was too stingy to let them use my like-thus, so they'll instead have I don't know, Jeff's face. We'll sort permission out later for that, don't worry. You'll get paid in like exposure, like all those artists on the internet do. People will know what you do. We still hate the shirt, yeah. Yeah, someone like Bruce, you should just let him do what he wants, generally, shouldn't you? Although was he... I know there was the people didn't like the Killing Joke film very much, unfortunately, which I'm not sure if... But he's still got a pretty good track record though, right? Despite that. Oh, that's cool, you can increase the amount of XP you get from meeting. Yeah, go on then. I'll pay back for itself eventually. Oh, I like this song here. I'm trying to forget what it's reminding me of. Oh, well, they said get in from the back. I assume they meant through that way, but... Gosh, who was that? Yeah, like the guy said try and go from the back if you can, but we can't go in that way, so... Oh, past these. I like the Welsh version someone did of that song where it's like, same as the first line, but it's like, and they're all like, all of it are. But paradoxically, it's at 7 in the evening. That's a reference for like at least one person watching, and probably not that alone. Yeah, well, Gundam's quite funny because I understand Gundam is like so anti-war and like it's kind of like what Evangelion does, where it's like, oh, actually, to pilot a big robot in battles would be bloody horrible and traumatizing. But it's also like, look at these cool robots, aren't they? Don't they make cool toys? Probably a hard middle ground to cover. Oh, there was. I remember stuff involving this batting cage in Zero. Alright, where's Majima? Is he gonna serve us up some, No, you didn't serve baseball, do you? Serving, well, not baseball. Okay.
キルちゃんわしゃ嬉しゅうてたまらんのや堂島の竜と直接やり合える本物の命張った喧嘩ができるなあキルちゃんならわかるやろなあおり
Ah, poor lad.
笑いどころやないか笑いやこれボケやめろああ
はるかを返せ
別にええでそこのドア入ったとこにおるわ言うたやろキルちゃんわしゃお前と勝負できりゃそれでええんじゃ
本気で言ってるのか
本気も本気
I'm seriously serious.
なあもうこれ以上じらすなやキルちゃん。
行くで。
Alright, but if you're gonna use your knife, we get to use our swordfish shotgun. The inflection on that. Oh, it gives me life. Wait, do we not have our... Hey, ooh, nice bit of splash damage as well. We've got loads of health drinks now, so hopefully we can just spam our way through this. We should probably get rid of all those cronies first. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. It's, I think I probably will end up preferring Zero overall, although I'm actually quite glad this one's a bit more slight. Like, Zero is so expansive in terms of how many, like, side quests and how many things you can do. I mean, this one kind of is, but on a smaller scale, probably from kind of remnants of it being a remake of the very first game. Yeah, it feels good to be playing these games are very cozy in a way. In all their beautiful violence. Like, you kind of know what you're gonna get in a way. But it's executed to a very high standard. God, he goes about quick, doesn't he, Majima? Bit of that fella. Yeah. How's Anor Londo going past these? Is anyone else playing the game currently? Are you also fighting in the batting cage in said game? Does your game have Majima? And if not, why not? Ow. Ow. Turns out you can't really block a stab to the abdomen very well. Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel so bad fighting her. I've talked about that before. She doesn't have it coming at all. She doesn't want to fight you. I assume that does that mean you've still got O and H? I can never remember their exact names. Does that mean you still have those two coming? Ooh, I was expecting that. Hey. I got like the last one wrong though. Pressed X for some reason. I think I was thinking of like Nintendo layout, where the right button is on that. Blooming heck. Ow. Yeah, we need some heat in that, so oh god. Oh, which one's Gwendolyn? Were we talking about Gwendolyn as well? Gosh, it has been a while. I really have lost familiarity with stuff in Dark Souls, haven't I? How did you find... You did find Audition and Smell fairly tough the first time, didn't you? They seemed insurmountable to me at one point. I genuinely was not sure if I'd actually be able to. But I really wanted to, so eventually somehow... as tough as Majima can get in there, so I'm glad he's not that tough. At least yet. Hey! don't like that. Like at all. I like to level up, I think. Maybe I'll do that off stream. Yeah, if New Game Plus is tougher, I don't even want to think what they're like on that. It's cool to see him doing moves he does in Zero, although I'm assuming there is like moves he did always as a boss. But I recognise them just from playing this Majima, with Zero being my first Yakuza. Oh, you bugger. Majima, I love you, buddy, but you are a pain in the backside. I think I want to say past is I think you've actually got this one actually. If anyone who's been redeeming PlayStation Plus games in the past year, you'll have this one actually, Kiwami. Which would be a pretty good place to start. I think people still generally say you should start with Zero. I mean, this is a remake of the very first Yakuza, so it would be a bad place to start. Oh, that's a good look. I want to pick the fin up. Ah. Oh dear. Oh shit. I realised that mistake as soon as I was like... Oh, damn it. I feel this one might be harder than Zero. Oh, I felt like we were on that for ages and have we lost all our... Oh no, we've got our health drinks from the start at least. Oh. Yeah, I think, as I said, I think this is the one you'll have on there. I think this is the only one they've given away on PlayStation Plus. Be cool if they gave away Yakuza 0 in time, because as I say, that's the one that's really, that's the one I played, so I can compare notes on it. But that is the one they say, like, yeah, start with that one. I know that recent game by the Yakuza team, Judgment, as well, is meant to be really good. I'm really hoping that gets a PC pull in time. I assume it will, because I think the Yakuza games have done quite well on there. God, that infectious laugh. Holy hell. Oh cool, you played that on PS3 did you for? Nice. I'm not sure when they... Like, when did 3, 4 and 5 come out? I think 5 was like fairly late PS3. Certainly it wasn't the worst because I know it took quite a while to come out over here. So then there was the zombie spin-off, Yakuza Dead Souls, which I think that almost killed the series' chances in the West, from what I understand. He just sold so poorly over here, unfortunately. Oh, damn it! I wasn't expecting that, so... Oh dear. Imagine me, you gotta warn me when you do a QTE, brother. Yeah, sorry, it's probably isn't very entertaining because I'm not very good at this combat system. I do like it though. Ooh. Just run away. I think 3's PS3, I want to say. I might be wrong. I think it's Yakuza 1 and 2 on PS2, and then there's so many of them on PS3, like including spin-offs and such. I mean, this is technically a PS3 game, I'm pretty sure. I know Zero is, it just only came out on PS4 in the West. I think this still came out on PS3 in Japan? And it's on the same engine on as Zero was, which is PS3 friendly. Yeah, I reckon you'd really like these, Jeff. But of course, it is the matter of everyone has a million games they want to get around to, don't they? So it's easy for a series, especially one with as many games as this, to be on the back burner, isn't it? They're great streaming games, they definitely gotta get a good reaction out of people, I think. Oh well, another one of those. You're very paradoxical like that, Jeff. I don't completely see the logic. Maybe I can't see the forest for the trees. Please let us get up. Thank you. Ooh. Pause. Thank you. Yeah, I do struggle with these Bajima fights. I need to, I think this game tries to emphasize weapons more than the last game does. Right, how do we actually... Can never bloody... Oh, okay, I just got it out there. Okay, I think we just have to press the D-pad direction again of whatever style we're using. Okay. A bit of a Sakura storm, my friend. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's out the window. Pasties. You're speaking in crazy hypotheticals, my friend. That's just not gonna happen, fella. Just put a gun to this fight, shall we? Surprise! Oh, he does alright, doesn't he? Yeah. He just assumes it's a BB gun, maybe. Look at the absurdity of this. Alright, fine, that's not working. I don't think we know too much about Elden Ring as of now, do we? Oh. Well, I can establish that bit. But it does sound very promising, doesn't it? People seem to respond very positively to Sekiro. I mean, you definitely did pass this. Like, I think it's cool they're continuing to work with the Souls formula, but they're able to kind of apply it to different settings, or they don't have to be locked so strictly into that. Like, it feels like Sekiro in particular was them trying to see what else they could do, while still in the style of a challenging action RPG kind of game. I just find these fights really tough in Majima. I might need to look up tips. I know when you die, the game does give you like a prompt in the corner to look up some tips. I'm going to check on that. Take that when he's like so. Like, you think he's vulnerable after missing his final attack, and he just goes straight into a dodge.
He's cheating! Look!
Oh, really? Cool. I mean, Sekiro is still pretty Souls-like, isn't it? Thank you, Jax. Thank you, I need that. I do appreciate that validation, thank you. It's from the Sonic Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, but specifically it's from like a music video of Robotnik singing about winning the race. Like, it's YouTube poop, I think they call them. Well, no, I know they call them that. I'm not completely sure why, but it's a very funny one. There's a lot of sound effects from it. Ooh. Ooh.
ケルちゃんはな、俺の獲物や。このこいつをやるのはわしだけなんじゃ。マジマ、親父、親父。おい、救急車だ。早くしろや。
Blooming heck.
おじさん。
Haruka.
This poor girl.
I'm such a big cupcake.
That's also from a good Robotnik film. Imagine Mary's a big cupcake.
すまなかったな、はるか。お前のことを守ってやれなかった。怖かったろ。
うん。縛られて真っ暗な部屋に。でも外が急にうるさくなって、そしたら知らないおじさんが来て逃げなって。
知らないおじさん？誰だ、キリ？
いや。
お礼を言ったら、ペンダントは持ってるかって。
何のことだ？
これ、ユミお姉ちゃんが。お母さんはなんでお母さんに会えないの？
ごめんね。
嫌だよ。お母さんに会いたい。ユミお姉ちゃん、お願い。お母さんに会わせて。ねえ、お願い。
ねえ、はるかちゃん。今日はこれを持ってきたの。お母さんが持ってたペンダント。
お母さんの？
そう。はるかちゃんにって預かってきたんだ。 だからもう少し待ってあげてね。
うん。
大事なお守りだから、これ持ってること知らない人に話しちゃダメよ。すごく大事なはるかちゃんだけのお守りだから。
Oh god,
そのペンダントを知らないおじさんは欲しがったのか？
大事に持ってなさいって、これには100億の価値があるんだよって。
見せてみろ。鍵付きか。無理やりこじ開けるってな。
ダメ。
言ってみただけだ。
はるか、そのおじさん顔は覚えてるか？
真っ暗だったから全然。でもその人、桐生のおじさんにペンダントのこと伝えてくれって。
俺の名前を？
うん。
何者なんだ一体？
さあな、一つだけ確かに俺たちはいつの間にか事件の中心に置かれていたってことだ。
That's also from that amazing video, saying apple jokes.
おい待てこら！
おやおや、誰かと思えば組長じゃねえか。
てめえ、柏木さんが世話してる組がケツ持ってる店にみかじめ取りに行ったっての本当か？
バッチリ稼いできてやったぜ。文句ねえだろ。
ふざけんな！なんでそんなことした？
おいおい、そんなことも説明しねえとわからねえのかよ。
何？
ウゴのタケノコみてえに次から次へとビルが建ってた時代はとっくに終わってんだ。これからは限られた島を力で奪ってたもんが勝つんだよ。
筋ってもんがあんだろうが！
筋ね。柏木の頭が文句言ってきたら組長うまいこと言っといてくださいよ。
てめえ
3000万どうしても用意してって言ったのはお前だろうが。俺のやり方が気に食わねえって言うならお前のやり方で今すぐにでも直径に上がってみろや。何もできねえくせに偉そうな口聞くんじゃねえぞ。
バ
カ野郎！てめえ、恩をあだで返す気か？すいません、本当にすいません。この詫びは縁故でも詰めて。いらねえよ。てめえの子分すらろくにしつけられねえグズの指が一体何の役に立つって言うんだ。あ？すいません、すいません、すいません、すいません、すいません、すいません、すいません。たく、風間の親父の耳に入る前でよかったぜ。こんな情けねえ話で親父を失望させたくねえからな。今回だけは不問にしといてやる。次はねえからな。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。桐生ならこんなことには。
Let's go this then.
まあ、とにかくしっかりやってくれ。
That's cool they had those in for, it's a bit confusing because it's like, yeah, there's all taken place in the past and there's like 96, I think. And from what Cricken says, it sounds like they added those into this remake to kind of give context to why that character, Nishiki, ends up going the way he does. Yeah, just quickly check on everyone, including Doggo. Oh, can we get dog food for him actually? Be nice.
はるかちゃん疲れてたみたいね。ぐっすり眠っちゃった。キリュウちゃん、今日はどうするの？
何か新しい手がかりを探さないとな。町に。
大丈夫？キリュウちゃんすぐ変なことに巻き込まれちゃう。
Yeah, he has got a penchant for getting into trouble, isn't he? Yeah, I think we'll finally caught it there. I'm glad we were able to get to a oh, believe it, heck, we got loads of experience points. Nice. I'll have to figure out what to spend with those next time. Yeah, let's go to a raid. Unfortunately, Matt's still not online. Matt's not online anymore. I might be able to catch him if we were able to stick to 10 o'clock, but I just had to get to the end of that chapter. Tell you what, Peds is on, so I'm gonna go check in on him as well. But alright, cheeky Devlin. Just going by who has the just going by a viewer count on that. But yeah, check go to Peds' channel as well. Apparently he's doing viewer requests, which is quite cool. I think quite a few of you are there anyway, but yeah, we'll also do a cheeky Devlin mode as well. Yeah, thanks so much everyone. I'll try and be on tomorrow evening. I might not be. I'm probably going to try and play this quite consistently to get it done in time for Streets of Rage 4 coming out on the 30th, I think. So I'll try and get it done. Yeah, thank you for coming in, Jax, and everyone in general. Just always such a pleasure. Always greatly appreciated, and hooray for Yakuza! It's a really good game series that I'm glad I'm finally playing. I look forward to playing more. But yeah, thank you so much everyone. Try to go rain message. Swordfish shotgun. Sure, why not? Thank you everyone. All the best. Good night.